over the course of our work with like many membership organizations over the years, we've realized that the few things that core Civi just simply doesn't do, which we've been frequently asked about. So that's why we've developed what we like to call our membership extras extension. It's freely available to the Civi community. We recently wrote an updated blog about it on the community site, so you can go read that. But we're also today going to talk you through some of the things that are in this extension, and yeah, I'll hand over to Chloe, who's going to talk a little bit more about it, who's another one of our functional consultants. So Chloe.
Yeah, thanks, Alex. Membership Extras is an extension, so you can find it in the CiviCRM extension list. And it's a companion to complement and enhance some of the core membership features. So what does it do? Quite a lot. It has a number of different features in the extension. So I'm going to talk you through 4 of the main differences of membership with membership extras today. And I have a 5th note to remind me to not forget about some of the things I won't go into detail on, but we do want to tell you are available in the extension. So the first one is that membership extras has this concept of a payment plan. And what does this enable you to do? It enables you to take membership fees in installments. So instead of the single contribution, one-off payment that Hamish showed, you have the option to divide a membership fee up into monthly or quarterly installments or one annual installment. So the screenshot on the right is me as a staff member in our Civi setting up a new membership, and I get the option to create a payment plan and select, is my new member, John, going to pay for this 12 months of membership in monthly installments, in quarterly, or in one-off payment for the year. The payment plan's available across payment methods, so it can be working directly with online processors in terms of credit card payments and direct debits, or for offline payments. And what does it do? Well, if I select monthly, it creates a single contribution for the 12 different monthly installments that I would have over a year's membership. And one cool thing to note is it's not only available to staff users manually setting up a membership. We've actually done some work to make this available on Drupal web forms in particular. We host via Drupal, and that's one of the common ways that we could make membership sign-up forms. So you could allow a new member to sign up and say that they want to pay in monthly installments for a year's worth of membership, and they could do that via a web form. So the payment plan will crop up as we go on, and a second feature of membership extras concerns fixed memberships and pro-rata calculations. So within memberships extras, there's now functionality for Civi to calculate pro-rata rates for anyone who signs up in the middle of a fixed membership period. So for example, in the UK, it can be common for your membership year to start on the 1st of April and run through until the 31st of March the next year. So in my example, I have somebody signing up in February, and the system can prorata the amount that they need to pay us. You can prorata by months, charge them for 2 months for February and March, or by the number of days left in the period. So within membership extras, it will do that calculation for you, and you can apply that amount then to the installments in the payment plan. You don't need to calculate and put in the amount. Civi's going to calculate it for you. A third feature of membership extras concerns add-ons. That might not be a term used internationally, so what do I mean by an add-on? I mean if you have an extra product or service that you offer for an additional fee on top of somebody's membership. So common examples are journal or magazine subscriptions that somebody might opt into when they're paying for their membership, or insurance premiums is one that we've come across, that organizations offer a membership and somebody pays on top of that for insurance. So they're often linked to the membership cycle. You perhaps pay on an annual basis and you renew your subscription to this. But in terms of accounting, they're typically separate financial items. You want to know how much people have paid for the core membership and then separate out the payment for the add-on. So the member would like to make one payment, And typically in Civi, this can be done using different membership types, one for the main membership and one for the add-on. And you can bundle them in a price set so that you can add those, add both items to a member's subscription. And the good thing about payment plans is the different installments work with both of these. So again, automatically tracking the total amount billable for a membership and then dividing down the line items clearly so that you can report on your income and the different financial types. And related to that then, Membership Extras has functionality not just to allow you to set this up, but to react as your members' situations might change. So there is managing installments within Membership Extras. And this is one of the most recent features I think we've added on. And it can be quite useful if you do have a change in someone's circumstances mid-period. So you'll see from my screen, we've got a manage installments display where you can add a new membership or perhaps another amount. Maybe somebody signs up to give you a donation on top of their membership and you want to capture it within the one payment. And then you can click to change somebody's type of membership. So it can be common in the middle of a membership period that somebody's circumstances change. They maybe upgrade their membership, for example, and this functionality allows you to easily change types and automate the impact that has on the contribution records and the payment records. So I think, Alex, we're going to switch to a video now so I can show an example of this. And what you're going to see is changing any line item and the impact that has automatically on the payments that you're expecting and that you're invoicing in the system. You can skip ahead, Alex, if you like, to about 50 seconds, 1 minute. The first part is just me logging into our Civi Plus system, so I'll move it forward for everyone. You'll see we're on John, our test contact, and he has active memberships. He's an example of a main membership based on his salary and an add-on of a campaign contribution. And I'm going to navigate into his contribution section on our sites where we see his 12 monthly payments in the payment plan for the year's membership. And you can see some of them have already been paid this year. The upcoming ones are still pending. And it's the recurring contribution that we're interested in when we manage the installments in Membership Extras. So you'll see that we're expecting a certain amount to come through every month. And here I can get to my screen where I can manage the installments and the amount coming through. So what I'll do in this video is change the first membership. So in our example, and I think some organizations, many organizations work this way, where a membership might be based on a certain qualification rate, in our example, having a certain salary. What happens if that salary changes? Well, you might want to react and change somebody's membership type. So I'll move them along to a new membership type. And a nice additional feature here, I can pick when that switch is going to happen, and I can choose to charge them for a one-off fee for making the change, or I can update their upcoming unpaid installments within their current payment plan. I'll go for that option and show you the impact that has on the contributions in Civi automatically. So switching back to the contribution screen, you should see the difference down the left-hand side. The past installments were at the lower rate, and the upcoming ones then have automatically updated to the updated membership, which is a slightly more expensive membership in our example. So we're expecting more to come through. Alex, I think we can pause the video there and I'll go back to the slides. Great, so my fourth and I think final big theme from Membership Extras is to do with the renewal cycle. And Membership Extras now allows automated renewals within Civi, regardless of the payment methods that you can have. So next slide will give you a bit of context of what I mean here. My understanding is that some members or organizations don't use an online payment processor. I'm sure we have a mix on the call where some members might pay online and others might pay offline, whether it is paying by check or paying by bank transfer, or an offline direct debit process could be an offline payment method. And by default, Civi had no way to automate offline renewals, but within Membership Extras, that is possible. So you've seen that the recurring contribution is generated with a payment plan. So a payment plan, regardless of what payment processor or method it's connected to, can auto-renew. So when the end of the period comes along, it can continue. The membership can continue. And by that, I mean, at the membership end date, installments for the next period are going to be created automatically. That payment plan will continue unless you tell the system otherwise. And actually, there's a handy additional setting to trigger the renewal to make those new installments and make the invoices associated with them a certain number of days before the end date. So you might have a scenario where 30 days before a membership period ends, you want to get invoices out to people so that they can pay you quickly and on time for their next membership cycle. There's also an optional setting to send emails with those invoices at any time to automate that process as well. And 3 new membership statuses come with Membership Extras. We saw the membership statuses earlier from Hamish's slides, and one of the new ones to highlight that I find clients are using more and more with us is the in arrears status, which automatically tracks whether somebody is up to date with their payments and flags them as in arrears if they have not completed any overdue payments in their payment plan. So wrapping up the topic of renewals, something that is relatively common, again, at this renewal point, the end of a membership period, is for a member to change their membership type. And you saw earlier that I made the change halfway through our fictional character, John Redman, his membership. But there's also automation to help you manage that at the end of a membership cycle. So you can change in advance the type of membership and its associated payments for the next period of membership. You'll see on my screen that we're looking at the next period of John's membership, and I could make changes here if I expect when he renews, he will be at a different membership type. Or the next option on the next slide is that you can automate this as well with Membership Extras. So a useful feature are the automated membership upgrade rules, where you can set automatically to move certain contacts from a certain membership to another one. And it works with smart groups. So you tell Civi the criteria for what would trigger that change. Those contacts move into a particular smart group, and the system detects at renewal that anybody in that smart group matching the criteria should move from one membership type to another. So tangible examples of this that we've seen, for example, are students. Some organizations have a particular membership and membership fee for students. And you could automate in Civi that when somebody notifies you that their training is complete, move them over to a full membership when they renew. Similarly, you might move somebody from a silver tier membership to a gold membership if particular conditions are met. Or an organization example, perhaps you run membership for organizations. Organizations are your members, and your fees are based on their turnover. So you could move somebody from a lower turnover tier automatically into a higher membership if they tell you that their company turnover has increased. And it works both ways. Mine have been upgrade examples, but you could downgrade somebody if necessary. So I think that's a whistle-stop introduction to Membership Extras. What have I not talked about that is available with this extension? Some of the details on the enhanced direct debit support that is available. And there are also features to opt particular members out of any price increases that you might have. And it relates to that changing at the renewal cycle where the payments carry over. So to get the full picture and all of these features, there are a couple of other related extensions. One is direct debit for Membership Extras. The second is web form CiviCRM membership extras. So that has some of the details that we use on Drupal web forms for signups, for example. And web form direct debit for membership extras is another extension that ties a lot of this together. And finally, this is not the end of how we've been developing some features related to membership. There are additional features coming that Compuco have been working on in finance extras related to the finance elements that you've seen today. I think I have one more slide before we go, which is an important note from a technical side of things. How do you get membership extras? You should know now it's in the extension library, but it is designed to work with a specific and patched version of CiviCRM. So you can see the details on the page of the membership extras extension. So that is an additional piece of context that it's important to read through as you get started with the extension. Alex, I think that's it from me.
Yes, I think that is. And yeah, thanks, Chloe, for taking us through membership extras. It adds a lot of extra stuff.